Good morning class. So today we will learn about the chapter poverty in Indian economy. So here I begin. So our topic is poverty in Indian economy. So in this PowerPoint we have the following contents. The contents are as given below. The concept of poverty, absolute poverty, relative poverty, poverty line, magnitude of poverty in India, causes of poverty, poverty alleviation program, and lastly we will learn about the critical assessment of the poverty alleviation program. So before heading towards the concept of poverty, we must know about the concept of absolute poverty and relative poverty. There is a basic difference between absolute and relative. So what is absolute poverty? Basically, the absolute poverty refers to the total number of people living below the poverty line. Okay. According to the absolute measure, around 23.60% of India's population is below the poverty level. Whereas in relative poverty refers to the poverty of the people in comparison to other people, regions or nations. Okay. Here I can provide you an example. Suppose Ram has a lower income in comparison to Sham. Then what we can say? We can say that Ram is relatively poor than Sham. Okay, so this is the concept of relative poverty. Now, poverty in India. In India, poverty has been defined as a situation in which an individual fails to earn sufficient income to buy him bare means of subsistence. Means where he cannot afford to buy a bare means of subsistence. This is the definition of poverty in India. Next, the concept of poverty line. What do we mean by poverty line? Minimum necessary level of income is generally known as poverty line. It refers to a cut-off point which divides people of a region as poor and non-poor. Okay. So percentage of population below the poverty line is called the head count ratio or the poverty incidence ratio. Next we will see the poverty trend in India. So in the poverty trend, poverty in India is estimated by the Planning Commission on the basis of consumption expenditure data collected by the National Sample Survey Organization. What we see here, we see that about 55% of the total population was below the poverty line in 1973 to 74, and it has declined sharply to 22% in 2011 to 12. We can also see that the rural people migrate to urban areas in search of jobs, but not able to find jobs which provide an income beyond subsistence. Okay. And in the PPT you can see, in the screen you can see there is a graph has been showing up, a bar graph has been shown the comparison, okay, between the year 2004 to 5 and the year 2011 to 12. Now we will learn about the poverty situation in West Bengal. So the West Bengal ranks 4th in the population among the other states in India. Okay. From we can see that in 2004 to 5, the rural poverty was around 38.2%, where the urban poverty was around 24.4%. But in the year 2011 to 12, the poverty of West Bengal have reduced. Why? The poverty of West Bengal have reduced due to the government policies, the government alleviation programs and the land reform measures. West Bengal ranked 9th among the 15 major states in India in terms of Human Poverty Index, which in short we call as HPI. In the screen you can see the graph has been presented where we can see data for the years 2004 to 5, 2009 to 10 and 2011 to 12. In the next slide, we will learn about the causes of poverty. So there are multiple causes of poverty. So the first cause is inequality. So inequality is one of the main causes of poverty. Okay. Next one is underdevelopment. Next is inflation. Fourth is population growth. Fifth is unemployment. Sixth is illiteracy. Seventh will be the social causes and the political causes. So these all become the reasons behind the poverty of a state altogether. Okay. Now we will learn about the poverty alleviation programs in India. So the first poverty alleviation program was the Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. So its function was, it provides financial assistance to set up any kind of enterprise. It generates employment opportunities to educate unemployed from low-income families in rural areas and urban areas. Second one is the Rural Employment Generation Program. It is implemented through the Khadi and the Village Industry Commission to assist eligible entrepreneurs to set up village industry units. It creates employment opportunities in villages including small towns with a population of up to 20,000. The third one will be the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. In this scheme, the state government provides at least 100 days of guaranteed wage employment in every financial year to every household whose adult members volunteer to do unskilled manual work. If the work is not provided within 15 days period, the applicant is eligible for unemployment allowance by the state government. The fourth one will be the Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana. When it was launched? It was launched on 2000, to reduce the level of poverty in India. The central government provided financial assistance to the states for fulfillment necessities such as primary health and education. It also aims to provide clean drinking water in the rural areas and to provide shelter to the poor. Now, we will learn about the achievements of this poverty alleviation program. So, the first achievement was, poverty alleviation program was able to decrease poverty up to a certain level. Increase in income. So, what it helps? The poverty alleviation program helps to increase the income of the people. Next is the higher wage. So, what happened? After the poverty alleviation program was established, people will start earning higher wages in their current occupation. There was a situation seen where we can see that there was a level of nutritional level was improved. Nutritional level of the poorest was increased after the poverty alleviation program. Now, there are several reasons for which the poverty alleviation program was limited, was not fully successful. The first one is the unsatisfactory administration. The second one is the leakages. So, within the poverty alleviation program, there was leakages. Third is neglect of the remote areas. Fourth is defective strategy. Fifth is unsatisfactory performance of the supporting institutions. Now, there are a few ways we can reduce poverty. First, agricultural growth and poverty alleviation programs will be improved. Accelerating economic growth will help to reduce poverty. There should be a speedy development of the infrastructure. There should be accelerating human resource development. Growth of non-farm employment. Public distribution system should be improved. So here I can conclude that poverty is not a problem of a person but of a whole nation. Also, it should be dealt with on an urgent basis by implementing effective measures. In addition, eradication of the poverty has become necessity for the sustainable and inclusive growth of people, society, country and economy. Thank you students for attending this class.